This is a story that I never thought I'd have to share, but I feel it's an important one too. Where do I start? Because it was one of the worst days of my life. On the 7th of May, I walked out to my lockup where I keep my bikes, opened the door, was excited to go riding, and looked in, and the only bike that was there was my gravel bike. The night before, I'd put the e-bikes on charge, ready for a day of riding, and when I opened the lockup door that morning, they were gone. The window was wide open, the tool drawers were open, tools were missing, they'd been taken, and in fact, the people that broke in actually disassembled the bikes inside the lockup, taking them apart, passing them out the window piece by piece, and running along the edge of the garden. Initially, I thought they'd just got into the lockup. I'd just gotten off the phone to the police explaining what had happened when I thought I'd better go out to the van and see. The night before, I'd loaded it up with my trials motorbike and also a brand new Scott Ransom. I then realized that they'd also got into the van. The trials bike was gone, the Ransom was gone. Accumulatively, I had 6 bikes in total taken. 2 e-bikes, 2 normal bikes, 1 cross-country bike, and my trials motorbike. It felt like walking into the lockup that morning, my world had just completely collapsed and it was devastating. I didn't know what to say, I didn't know what to do. I was completely just speechless. I've always been careful about how I keep my bikes, where I keep them. I never ever thought it would happen to me. I think it still really affects me today. One of the scariest things about the whole scenario is the fact that the thieves had been there and scoped it out. They knew that there was a window that was a weak entry point. They smashed that window, knew exactly how to open it, and then they also knew how to dismantle the bikes enough to be able to pass them out bit by bit through that window.
When the theft happened, I had no additional security in place. Since then though, I've learned a lot and partnered up with Squire Locks, who this video is brought to you by. Squire manufactures sold secure locks that I now use and trust in to help protect all my bikes. Find out about what I've done since the break-in later in this video.
It really affected me mentally. I wanted to be there to protect my family, to protect my belongings. And knowing that they had been there, that they'd scoped it, that they'd been on the premises, there was then the worry that they might come back. It also affected me on a work basis. I'd planned a whole season of travel, of shooting, of storytelling, and would I viably be able to still do this and deliver what I'd promised? And I'm very thankful to some of the amazing sponsors I work with who are able to source components. It really caused a lot of stress. As soon as I walked into the lockup and discovered that the bikes were gone, I went straight on the phone to Police Scotland. They took a statement of what had happened, what had been taken, and that morning there were 2 officers at the house to investigate the scene. They took further statements, and then the following day there was actually a forensic team. As it stands right now at the time of recording, the bikes are still missing. I wanted to make this video to share and showcase with you the level that these criminals go to get a hold of bikes, from tracking me down to then scoping out the property, to breaking in, dismantling the bikes, passing them out bit by bit, all while we were asleep just above where they were. It was truly terrifying, it's scary, it's something that I hope you never have to go through. And now that we're a year on, I wanted to share with you what I've done to overcome this and hopefully prevent a theft ever happening again. Moving forward, and together with Police Scotland and Squire Locks, we evaluated my property, looked at what we could do better to make it stronger and more secure. There are now no windows on show, so you can't see the bikes. There's security lights so that if someone does walk in, they will go on. There's CCTV systems that link to my phone, so as soon as someone walks into the garden, I'll get a notification straight away. And then I've added bike locks. Everything is at least double locked, if not triple locked, all using sold secure locks to maximize security And some of the locks, you would really need some serious tools to get through them. You might not be able to fully deter anyone from breaking into your property, but slowing them down, making it harder, more challenging for them. It's going to take them longer to get to those bikes. And the longer it takes for them to get to them, the less likely they are to take them from you. So who are Squire? They're a locksmith that have been making locks since 1780. So they've got 240 years worth of experience. They make locks such as the Immense XL, the Juggernaut, and they all have Sold Secure ratings. In fact, some of the ones in front of me here have Diamond Sold Secure. So you can guarantee that they are going to keep your bike safe, and they may even prevent it from a potential theft. That's my story, and it has sucked. It's been really hard at times, but I'm loving riding my bike more than ever. I've secured all my stuff to the best I possibly think I can, and fingers crossed that it never happens to me or you. If you've got any questions about bike security, you know where to leave them. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the trails.